Mrs. Garlinghouse.
If I can see it, then I can do it. If I just believe it, there's nothing to it. I believe I can fly.
I came home from work one day, and while asking what we were having for dinner, Susan was saying, "This just will not do." And I wasn't sure what she was talking about, but she made it clear she was talking about our oldest daughter, Kim's experience as she entered 7th grade at Jardine. And so she felt obviously the experience should be more rigorous, and it should be more of a benefit and a challenge for the students as they go through middle school. So in a sense, the reason I got involved in the school was because Susan encouraged me to share her concern.
St. Francis of Assisi said, start by doing what's necessary, then do what's possible, and suddenly you're doing the impossible. Susan has never shied away from the impossible.
'Tis a gift to be simple, 'tis a gift to be free, 'tis a gift to come down where we ought to be. And when we
Bill Rawlings was that first head, and he played the guitar, and he played the shaker tune Simple Gifts. And all those 40-plus kids were just all sitting on the floor in the gym out there at that old school, and it was goosebumpy. It really was, to see it really a reality. From the very first day of Shawnee Country Day, now Topeka Collegiate, there was a certain kind of magic, almost a mystical coming together. These bright youngsters, a feeling of community and of family, teachers that were really overjoyed at having all of these students that really were there to learn.
That was very exciting because we were an independent school and we could do our own thing. I knew that as a student, as a 5th grader. I knew that this was different. We didn't have any money. We didn't have materials. We had gotten down to what is essential about education. So we had creative, masterful teachers with eager students and committed parents, and we somehow together we made education happen.
My parents, starting to speak at Collegiate, affirmed for me what I believed for many, many years, which was, it was a gift for me, and that's how I knew I was their favorite.
One of the memories I have of the earliest days of what was then Shawnee Country Day School was my mom and dad confiding in me that really I was their favorite child.
They do it not for themselves. They do it for other people. They have 5 children. Only 2 of them went to what was then Shawnee Country Day School, and only 1 of them really went several years. So they weren't doing this for their own kids. They were doing it for my kids and your kids and all the other children who came. And I think, at least in our case, because of Kent and Susan, we were confident that it was okay to take this risk. Because I got to tell you, it's a big risk.
It was in a building that was a former elementary school building, and we saw it and we thought, well, I don't know about this. But we decided that we would give it a try because Kent and Susan are so knowledgeable and dedicated to quality education. And so we did go and take our children there, and it's paid off more than we could have ever imagined.
There's so much to be valued in the world of tomorrow for children, but they have to be exposed to it. They have to have that excitement of learning, the fun of learning something new. They have to have that instilled early on, or it's gone.
I really enjoyed actually how at Topeka Collegiate I, again, felt like it was the thing to do to volunteer. It was sort of something you wanted to do with your friends, and the student council encouraged it, and the teachers encouraged it. And volunteering was just so natural there that it actually just made it really simple to sort of fit it into my life. And I've noticed a lot of my classmates from TCS are doing similar things. They just find it natural to sort of see social justice as a part of life. It's not something extra. It's just sort of integrated and a part of what we do. And I do think TCS had a huge part in setting that foundation.
Susan and Kent, you practice what you preach. I trust you, and I'm very grateful for your humanitarian ideals. I represent a lot of people who would like to tell you thank you for being inclusive. Thank to people from all sorts of background, rich, poor, black, white, Mexican, Chinese, Romanian. Thank you for your financial aid, without which we would not be in this school.
I think one of the things that is amongst the most impressive things about my parents is their willingness to undertake projects that might seem too large or too intimidating. And it's one of the things I think as their sons, learning from them that like no problem is too big and anything you see that could be changed can be changed is I think what not only helped Topeka Collegiate, then Shawnee Country Day School, get off the ground, but has really had a lasting impression on me in terms of how I think about the scope of the projects and the challenges, and that there's no such thing as the word can't.
This school would not be here except for the passion and persistence and advocacy of a great many people. And those people are the reason why the school is here. Susan and I helped to ignite the effort. Susan particularly helped to provide the spark to ignite it. But ultimately, the school gained momentum, and it involved an increasing number of people over the years. And I appreciate it, Susan appreciates their involvement, and the school certainly appreciates their involvement, because if it hadn't been for all of those people being involved, it wouldn't be here today.
Never underestimate the power of a few committed people to change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has. However, I would say doing good isn't always as glamorous as it looks from the outside after the work is done. But Kent and Susan have both thrived on hard work and that backstage work that takes so much time and energy, and really turning the answer no into not now. They've never shied away from that hard work, but they've often shied away from the accolades. And that in itself is what makes both of them such very special people.
It's just like that commercial. You do something for somebody, and then they'll do something for somebody. And Kent and Susan have done so many things for so many people, and that's what will be passed on for generations. So their legacy will be ongoing and growing as Topeka grows.
My parents are inspiring because they'll try anything. I think, could I ever start a school? And it's unfathomable for me to think I would start a school out here in California, and for them to have done it and given that gift not only to Brad and I, sorry Kim, Meg, and Mark, but the rest of Topeka. It really is leaving a wonderful legacy, and for that I'm inspired and impressed.
They're incredibly dedicated to this school. But I think what's most remarkable of all is that they've then turned this idea over to others. They've turned it over to heads of school, they've turned it over to board presidents, so that the school would grow beyond what Kent and Susan initially had visioned. The school came from their hearts and their minds, but they generously have allowed the school to grow, and as a consequence, I think our whole community has benefited.
Mr. and Mrs. Garlinghouse, congratulations, and thank you so much for everything you've given to me and all of the doors you've opened for me.
Kent and Susan, congratulations, and thank you for all you've done for all of us.
Kent and Susan, congratulations. And thank you so very, very much.
Thank you for everything you do. We want you to continue to do what you do, and congratulations on 30 years, and God bless you.
Kent and Susan, congratulations and thank you.
Susan and Kent, congratulations and thank you.
Mom and Dad, thank you very much, and congratulations to you both.
Mom and Dad, congratulations and thank you for everything.
The last quote I swear I'm going to use today is one by Abraham Lincoln. And he said, "Whatever you are, be a good one." That just about sums up how I see both my dear friends. Susan and Kent, congratulations and thank you.
Like the